The Ole Miss Rebel Bear Landsharks. What is their mascot? I've got the answer. So they're officially still the Ole Miss Rebels, but who is the costumed mascot on the field? You used to have this costumed rebel colonel named Colonel Reb who looked very much like a Confederate colonel. So you can imagine why they got rid of Colonel Reb. This was not a super popular decision, so for many years we just went without a costumed mascot on the field. And then around 2009, we put it to a vote. Now, what a lot of people don't know who didn't live in Oxford at the time was that the landshark was a thing. The defense was always popping up fins. They were always playing the theme song from Jaws. When the defense came out, there were taxis with shark fins on them. There were kids wearing shark fins to games. The landshark was a thing. If you went to Ole Miss football games, you were all about the landshark. So the university had an election, and you could vote between the landshark, the black bear, and these two silver weirdos named Hottie and Toddy. And the black bear did have some legitimate connections to Mississippi. So when you voted for these things, your choice was, I hate this mascot, I could live with this mascot, or I love this mascot, or something like that. And then they counted all the positive votes, including I could live with. Only people that could vote were students, many of whom don't go to the games, paying members of the Alumni Association, many of whom don't live in Oxford anymore, faculty and staff, most of whom didn't go to Ole Miss, and season pass holders of every sport, many of whom don't go to the football games. So that stupid bear won, and they named him Rebel the Black Bear, and he was out there on the field for a while, and they finally got rid of him, I think, in 2018, and replaced him with the Landshark, but it was too late. The glory days of the Landshark were long forgotten, and so now Tony the Landshark is who we have, named after the original football player who did the Landshark move. But Tony has not been seen on the field in 3 or 4 years now because it turns out he's even less popular than the bear because the glory days of the Landshark are gone. We're still the Ole Miss Rebels. No one knows who's on the sideline in the costume.